All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and let's go right into this lesson. And this lesson is just going to be about leading a quiet life, not trying to do too much, not really trying to do too much, but making sure not to be worldly. As it says in verse 11, and to make it your ambition to lead a quiet life, you should mind your own business and work with your hands, just as we told you, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders, so that you will not be dependent on anybody, right? Because what ends up happening is a lot of these people, they try to live loud or, try to show that they have something, end up being in debt, right? So let's say, I don't know, you got some guy that wants to show that he has it all. What'll happen is he'll take out a big loan for his car. He may buy a Hellcat, right, or a Dodge. And I mean, not just a mad expensive Hellcat. He may puff out his rims, right? But the thing is, he's dependent on the banks, right? Because now he's put himself in a debt, right? And a very expensive car to maintain, right? Same thing with someone buying a house, right? We know that in this kingdom, Esau has pretty much stripped the wages of the middle class, right? And that we know that we know that there is now basically a rich and a poor class because the middle class is practically gone at this point, right? And even worse for those in the middle class that try to buy something that they couldn't. So therefore you see all these foreclosures and these house sellings because they can't maintain the house. So we want to lead a quiet life, especially in these times where we're ready to give up that car if we need to. We're ready to give up the house if we need to. We're ready to give up that career if we need to. We're ready to give up anything on the side if we need to. Right? Same with women, same with family. Right? We don't want our flesh to be dependent. We don't want our soul to be dependent on anyone here. We don't want us. We don't want to be able to please the woman, right? And when I say we don't want to please a woman, we don't want our soul to be dependent upon pleasing her. Because when the sea hip comes, guess what? She may go and take the sea hip, but as a man of the Lord, you are not to take the sea hip. So let's go to another scripture. And Yahweh, Matthew chapter 24, verse 4, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, right? And honestly, in these times, you're going to have a lot. Right now, we're having a lot of distractions, right? And these distractions comes as right now Trump is trying to make up a plan to take over Greenland. And we have these news of China going to step in case Trump does that. And basically, this is to get your attention. Right? This is to keep you stressed out. This is to keep your mind on things that are not of the Lord, right? So even in these times where things are stressful, we can't focus on the worldly things. We need to focus on Yahweh Shai. Of course, it is important to focus on these things of the world, right? When it comes to current events, so that we may be keen, right? So that we may, have our heart be steadfast, our soul be steadfast for when Yahweh Shai comes, right? But in the meantime, you're going to see a lot of these headlines, right? That's why in the meantime, before things pop off, strive in Yahweh was Shai, right? Make sure your soul is right. Keep the commands to the best of your ability. Right? It says in Timothy chapter 4, no man that worth entangled himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Right? So under Yahweh Shai, we are meant to be soldiers. We're meant to be warriors. Right? We're meant to please Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And one of those ways we can be soldiers is by not giving in to the flesh. Right? By being able to beat these trials that the Lord may put us through. So I hope this lesson is edifying. Right? Like it says in the Bible. Eventually, we are to go through the purifying process and come out like gold, purified, and silver purified, and not burned up like ash. So I hope this lesson is edifying. All praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Shalom.